Excellencies, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to address this regional workshop on universalization and effective implementation of the Biological Weapons Convention in Eastern Africa. At the outset, I would like to thank the government of the Republic of Kenya for its long-standing support to the convention and for co-organizing this important event with the United Nations Office for Disarmament Affairs. It demonstrates your continued commitment to the BWC, and I would like to commend you for your efforts to strengthen the Convention's universalization and implementation. I would also like to express my appreciation to the Global Partnership Against the Spread of Weapons and Materials of Mass Destruction, whose generous support has made this workshop possible. I am honored to address this distinguished audience of international experts. The large number of participants, representing 12 Eastern African states, various regional and international organizations, and NGOs, testifies to the great level of interest on the subject matter and underline the relevance of this workshop. Distinguished participants, the world is dealing with multiple crises. The COVID-19 pandemic has demonstrated the devastating harm the spread of infectious disease can cause globally. While bringing biosafety and biosecurity to a much higher prominence, the pandemic also painfully foreshadowed what could happen if a disease was deliberately engineered and released. At the same time, rising tensions around the globe are instigating a geopolitical crisis, which is putting multilateral disarmament under great stress. We are increasingly seeing the erosion of international norms. However, the norm against the deliberate use of disease as a weapon against humans, plants, and animals remains strong. The very idea of the use of biological weapons, as stated in the BWC's preamble, is repugnant to the conscience of humanity. All efforts should be made to ensure that it remains so. In addition to addressing disarmament and security issues, the BWC promotes the peaceful uses of biological science and technology, thereby facilitating capacity building and assistance and cooperation among states parties. Achieving the benefits of full universalization and effective implementation will contribute to strengthening states' capacities for early warning, risk reduction, and management of health risks, thus supporting progress towards the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. Ladies and gentlemen, Africa is a key continent for BWC universalization efforts. The 4-year project on supporting universalization and effective implementation of a BWC in Africa represents the biggest ever project implemented by the BWC Implementation Support Unit. The project responds to frequent requests from African countries to enhance the Convention's implementation in the region, including biosafety and biosecurity. By joining forces at the nexus of public health and security, we can strengthen the international community's efforts to mitigate the huge risks posed by biological threats, whatever their source. In this respect, I am very pleased that the African Center for Disease Control and Prevention is closely collaborating with the Office for Disarmament Affairs. This project complements Africa CDC's Biosafety and Biosecurity Initiative. The 9th BWC Review Conference will commence in just over 1 month's time in Geneva, against the backdrop of rising geopolitical tensions. It is my firm hope that at this important juncture, States parties to the Biological Weapons Convention will take decisions to better equip the Convention to address current and future challenges. The Office for Disarmament Affairs is fully committed to supporting a sustainable outcome. Success at the review conference will require well thought out and thoroughly discussed proposals. No topic should be off the table in the quest to strengthen the Convention. The Convention's clear institutional deficit should be urgently addressed with additional time and resources devoted to science and technology, international cooperation, assistance, response and preparedness, and national implementation. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to conclude by wishing you all a successful workshop. It is my hope that your discussions today and tomorrow will pave the way towards advancing the Convention's universalization and strengthening its implementation in Africa. Initiatives like this one are crucial to strengthen the global norm against the deliberate use of disease and contribute to peace and security. I thank you very much for your attention.